Hello, Moon Cycle Collective. Welcome to this new moon module. I'm so excited to be able to kick off the conversation about the totality of the moon cycle by way of starting with the new moon. I personally subscribe to and live by, as well as teach in the Moon Cycle Collective, about the 8 phases of the moon cycle. Different people break down the moon cycle into different numbers of phases and types of phases. I like to stick with and follow the 8 phases. It feels best for me. It feels like I can participate more, and not in an overwhelming way, but in a way that it's more frequently on my mind with the moon cycle when I follow the 8 phases of it. So the new moon is the beginning for us. It's the phase of the moon cycle that kicks off that waxing and that waning energy. It kicks off the doing and then the being that Mama Moon in her infinite wisdom reminds us, calls to us to participate with. So let's dive right into the new moon and the energy that she brings to us. So the new moon is all about setting intentions. This is the time period of the month that I want you to picture yourself as if you're a farmer. You are planting the seeds of your dreams. If we want to participate with life on a deeper, more connected level, then we get to allow ourselves to participate by way of declaring what it is we want to do and how it is we want to feel. Underline the word want there, right? So for most of us, we are programmed to function in a certain way, and we go, 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 and we never really take time to reflect on, is this working for me? How am I feeling? What is it that I actually want out of this life? I love talking about the moon cycle because every single moment of the moon cycle reminds us that we get to be where our feet are in this present moment, and we get to tune into how we're feeling and ask ourselves if that's how we want to be feeling. We get to tune into what we're doing and ask ourselves if that's what we want to be doing. And so, with this, the new moon energy really allows for us to set those intentions and declare them. It allows for us to participate and say, this is how I want to be. This is how I want to feel. So I'm going to take this little seedling of a dream and I'm going to plant it. Now, during the new moon phase, the sky is black. We have a clean slate to work with. We actually can't see the moon. And so, metaphorically speaking, it's kind of like that farmer with that seed, right? Like you've got the seed, but you don't see the vegetable that it's going to turn into. You've got the hope, you've got the wish, but it's not until you plant it that you truly allow yourself to intentionally bring it to fruition. Until that seed is in the ground, it can't create anything. Until those dreams that are in your head or in your heart are really declared and embodied and stated, then they're not going to come to fruition. They'll be there just like that seed would be there, but it's by participating with it and bringing it to life, breathing life into it, that you allow for dreams actually to come true. So during this clean slate time, we are asked to set the intention of what we want to call forth, how we want to feel, and plant that seed. Take that bold action of taking the thoughts that you have and writing them down on the page. There's something really sacred about taking your thoughts and actually letting your hand do the work of putting the thoughts on the paper. Something just becomes more real, more solidified. So when you're setting your intentions, I firmly suggest you allow yourself to declare them on the paper. There's something that allows for you to connect in even more deeply when you do that. With the new moon, we bring with us wisdom from former cycles. So, just like that farmer looking at that one seed, if she didn't have anything to remember or to think back to, she'd look at that seed and be like, are you really going to turn into an ear of corn? But because she knows what's happened in the past when she's planted that seed, because she's seen the ear of corn come to life, she is wise enough to know that it doesn't look like corn right now, but once she plants it and then tends to it over the course of the cycle, it will turn into corn. You are wiser now than you ever have been. And you have learned many, many lessons throughout the course of your life that this new moon is asking for you to finally utilize. Utilize the memories that you have, utilize the experiences that you have, knowing that you are brilliant when you are functioning and working and being in your truth. And when we take aligned action, honor our feelings along the way, and follow a flow that feels good, your dreams will come true. They'll come true because you've seen them happen before. And so, wisdom from former cycles leads to belief for what you are ready to manifest. You are able to carry with you a belief based on what you know, and that will call forth what you are now willing to set intentions on to bring to fruition. The new moon's a really magical time period, and it's just amazing to be able to be intentional about the way you want to live now and moving forward. This is the first of 4 doing waxing outward action time periods of the moon cycle. So, because we follow an 8-phase moon cycle, every other one is going to be the opposite energy. So, the new moon is the doing, the next phase will be the being, followed by another doing phase. It's the yin and the yang, it's the waxing and the waning, and it's really awesome to participate and to understand those energies on a deeper level and to feel them. Have a new moon affirmation for you here. I declare my intentions with balanced energies, belief, will, and grace. I love this affirmation so much because, again, you are declaring your intentions. You don't have to force them, nor do you have to sit back and hope that they'll just manifest themselves. You get to come into this with balanced energies. You get to believe, finally bring about the deep belief that what it is you want, you are innately worthy of calling to fruition. And if you work with the moon cycle, if you work with your own personal feelings, they will come to fruition. You've got the opportunity here to both will them into being by way of participating with inspired action. You've got the will to do this and giving yourself grace throughout the process, because it's not just about that outward action. It's not just about forcing and grinding. You get to allow yourself to give yourself grace throughout the process of the whole cyclicality of all of this, starting with the new moon. Have some journaling prompts for you here. And this is just a great way to kick off any month. So, the new moon is an amazing time period to set those intentions and to really understand that the intentions that you set are the things that you get to go back to and feel into, right? So, as we get further along through the moon cycle, we know the intentions that we set. So, we've always got that baseline, we've always got that foundation. So, we're able to say, am I doing the things that I declared at the beginning of this moon cycle I wanted to do? And am I feeling the way that at the beginning of this moon cycle I wanted to feel? So here are your journaling prompts. What do I want to do this month? Again, there's that word want. Be brave enough to ask yourself what you want. Because if you're brave enough to ask yourself what you want and you're willing to take the action and feel the feels to give it to yourself, then what you want will become what you have and what you feel and who you are. So, what do I want to do this month? More importantly, how do I want to feel over this moon cycle? And then finally, what dreams am I ready to manifest into reality? What are those dreams that have been within you for so long? Those little seedlings that simply need soil and water and tender loving care. Are you ready to bring them to fruition? Are you ready to manifest them? The new moon gives you the opportunity, month after month, cycle after cycle, to really sink into that and to gift that to yourself. I'm excited to be a part of this process for you. I'm excited to teach you. I'm excited to coach you and just grow through all of this with you, remembering that all things cyclicality are going to allow for you to go through and experience things and then remember and then go through them again in a different light, depending on what's going on for you. And it's all meant for you. You're exactly where you're meant to be. Enjoy the new moon phase. This is such an important part of participating in the life that you want to create. Remember that the new moon gives us the opportunity by way of Mama Moon and the energy that she's giving to us, but you get to participate by aligning your feelings and what's going on within you and what you're feeling called to do. Have fun with these. Come on into our group and share what it is you found most helpful out of this module. And if we are in the new moon phase, then you can declare for us what it is you want to do this month, how you want to feel, and what dreams you are ready to make manifest. Because remember, when we declare them, when we get the thoughts down on the page and potentially typing them out, but I do recommend actually writing them first before you type them in our group. You just have so much more connection to them. There's so much more energy behind them, and they will be made manifest with a lot more ease and fun and connectivity and support. It's going to be really magical. Proud of you, excited for you, and just honored to be with you during this and all the phases of the moon cycle.